Hey everyone, Jeremy Peterson here with Vesta Real Estate. And today I want to offer a warning to investors trying to get into the Ogden market and maybe offer some good advice and counsel on what to do if you are wanting to buy an investment property, particularly multi-unit here in Ogden. So the inspiration for today's video comes from an experience I recently had with an investor client. Presently, we have 3 buildings under contract, and we were scouring the market of available listings. And in the course of that scouring, I discovered a couple properties that were misadvertised. In this case, they were duplex properties being advertised, excuse me, as fourplex properties. And one of them was just recently converted, into a fourplex. The listing agent actually has changed the description a couple times now to more accurately reflect the situation. But they're trying to sell this one building at a fourplex price, as an opportunity to be a fourplex, but it's not legal, meaning that it could be used as a duplex, but the city would not approve the density where it's at as a fourplex use. Now, what owners have to do in order to get legal use for these buildings is they need to get a non-conforming use certificate. And this is just the city acknowledging, saying, hey, yeah, we know that this building doesn't really fit in the zone that you're at, but we recognize that it could be used for this higher density purpose. And in the 2 cases that I found here on the MLS, the owners did not get those permissions. They just kind of went ahead and divided out the building and were trying to use it as more units than is legal, and trying to profit, to claim that value on the property, when in reality that isn't the case. Now, some of you might be asking, well, why don't you just buy it and then rent it out and you can get that cash flow? Well, the kicker is that eventually you're going to get found out, and when the city finds out that you're doing that illegally, they're going to send you a letter and ask you to stop, and then escalate the situation if that doesn't happen. And I've bumped into this situation a couple times in the past. I had a couple clients. One was in 2008. They used an agent from Salt Lake City, came into the market, bought a quote-unquote fourplex, and then later we find out that no, it's not really a fourplex. It's a duplex, and in that case, that cut the value of that property in half. And so the other property, client that we managed for used another Salt Lake agent, came in, paid cash for the property, and that accelerated the due diligence process, which means that some of the due diligence wasn't done. We took over management for the property, went to the city, licensed it, and we said, hey, this is 5 units. And the city says, no, it's not. It's 4 units. And so we had to break that news to our client that had happened. Now, this was, if you can believe it or not, 10 years ago. We're still managing that building. The loss in value that our client incurred at that time has been smoothed over by time and appreciation. But if you come into the market right now with the prices where they're at, and you purchase a fourplex and it turns out to be a duplex, you're going to be in a world of hurt. And so just beware, do your due diligence, and if you need an experienced agent in this market who knows it like the back of his hand, give me a call.